Hey, Sovereign Warrior. Nice to see you, buddy. Alright, Monster Nest, give us a harpy. Yes! Yes!
The gods protect us.
Yes! We are saved. Hey there, guys, and welcome to Gwent Academy. On today's deck, we got the Consume deck. This is one of the videos in over the next couple days where I'll be doing some of the top decks since it's near the end of the season. If this video helped you or you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe so it gets more attention. And get into the deck profile. We got this version of the deck. There is a couple versions of this deck, but this one is pretty nice because you got answers to some of the bigger decks that are out there right now. They run a lot of bigger things. We got Igni, of course. He blows up any big creature if they reach over 20 power, or if you get lucky and like you're facing tempo elves, for some reason they line up for their 6 powers on that bottom row, you can burn away that whole row, or if you're facing reavers. But we don't have access to coral with monsters, so we have Igni. Old Spear Tip, I actually think this card is kind of broke. Just because he wakes up to a 10 power and damages 5 enemies on the opposite row by 2. So if you play him right, he's at least a 21, 22 power card. And then if you get him to wake up twice, he's even more because you can move stuff around. But this deck doesn't have much moving, so you're only going to get the one burst out of him, which is still, that's 22 power for gold. That's pretty easy to set up. So he's pretty strong. And we got the Regis Higher Vampire. He's there so you can mess with your opponent's win conditions, like spotters and reavers, other people's neckers, stuff like that. And he gets rid of them. He's pretty nice. Or you could get lucky and get a skirmisher out of that discard deck. We got Mardrome, there to reset any boosted units, because people still have really high boosted cards in most decks. I mean, even if you're facing a mirror match, you spores their necker, then he dies and they don't get to use his Death Wish, so that card's pretty good. We got only 2 Arachas Bahamas because we're running the Monster Nest, which lets you spawn a Bronze Necrophage and boost it by 2. This will make your Arachas Bahamas your third one a 10 if you end up choosing that one, and that makes them a lot harder to kill because they'll have the 8 health and the 2 armor. You can also spawn the Ghoul out of this, which is the 4 power card that lets you consume a random card out of either player's graveyard. And choosing him is good in the case that you're facing like Queen's Guard or something. Because if their only card in their graveyard is a Queen's Guard, since they discard usually round 1, or the Skirmisher, or the Olgard, that's the name, he'll just eat that one card that's in there, since that's the only card in the graveyard, and he'll take care of that for you. We also got the Frightener, card advantage. He's a card advantage card, he's good. And plus you can set him up to move a creature to another row so you can get Old Spear Tip to wake up. Or then you could Igni him. I mean, if they're not lining up so you got a good Igni play, you can always play this guy, then Igni, and burn him and get a free draw. Since Igni would have been useless anyway because you're not getting a row that's reaching 20 power, which rarely ever happens, but sometimes it might. Then we got Decoy. This is another good card in here. Just because you can respawn your Water Hag, get another Lacerate. And Lacerate's pretty good right now. Clear Skies, not so much, but I mean, as long as you're not facing a heavy weather deck, you could Clear Skies after you pull out like 2 of their weathers. I mostly use it for Lacerate though. I don't play this deck much, but I used to play Consume a lot. Like, Consume was my first deck that I played a lot back when Axemen were a thing. So I have a few golds in here. I actually kept pulling monster premiums somehow. Then we got our win condition of the Grave Hag. Oh yeah, and you can also decoy the Fiend to reset, to lock another unit and half it by half its power. I do like this lock unit. He's like my second favorite just because he can take care of strengthened units too. Like the 18 power skirmisher, you lock him, it'll do 9 damage and that's still pretty good. We got the Grave Hag for our win condition. Basically, you make sure that you have the last say in the final round if you can, and then Grave Hag's going to be a crazy good card because it's going to be like a 22 power card. But that's about it. There's not many like combos in here. It's pretty basic consume play. But we'll get into deck profile. We got 3 Selenal Harpies because they're pretty broke right now. I mean, they are getting nerfed. I think they're nerfing it so that way you don't get Harpies from the eggs anymore, which would take care of it. Then they'd only be ran in consume decks like they should be. Because the eggs give you 5 bonus power when you eat them. So that's pretty good. You can also decoy them if you don't have a better target. Because, I mean, you play them, the best thing about them is their eggs. Because they give you 5 extra power when you consume them. So you can play them, get your 2 eggs, decoy them, play him again, then he's going to be a 6 power who spawns 2 more eggs. Just in case you didn't draw like 2 in your starting hand or something. We got 3 Neckers. These guys are in here because they're pretty meta in a consume deck because they get boosted by 1 anytime you eat something, and then they get to spawn another one when it dies, which is good for carryover, or if you haven't used any of them yet and it's like round 2 or 3, you can actually set it up so that way you eat 2 other things with your leader ability and then a Necker, this guy. And then you usually want to eat your 2 highest targets, that way they don't get scorched or ignied, and then eat your Necker. And that'll give all the power to the Unseen Elder. Usually by then he's like an 11. So after you eat everything, he'd be boosted up to a 14. But you eat him last, you'll get 13 more power on your Unseen Elder, then you'll spawn another Necker who's 14 power. So they're pretty good. Having them get spored sucks. We got 3 Brand Warriors. This is basically the basic consume card that you got in your deck. There's not too many cards that, well, I think he's actually the only one. Yeah, he's the only one that can continuously consume cards. So that's why you run 3 of them, at least for now. He might come out with more cards, just because he can keep eating things, so you set him up on like where all your spiderlings are spawning, and you eat the eggs with him. And he'll constantly boost up your Necker if you have like a long round 1 or 2. Grave Hag, we talked about her. She's the win condition. Then we got Fiend. Lock something. If it's an enemy, nerf it by half its power. Pretty good. Geels, he's there because he gets to draw the top gold or top silver card in your deck. And then he puts the other one on top. So you can play Geels and then Frightener to draw the other card that you put on top, or just wait till the next turn. Like sometimes you draw the top silver card, you see what the top gold is, like it might be an old Spear Tip or Regis Higher Vampire. So you take the silver, which might be the Grave Hag that you're missing from your hand, or the Water Hag that you need. Then at the beginning of the next round, you're going to draw the old Spear Tip or the Regis Higher Vampire. We got Geralt Igni. Yeah, he's a great card if you don't have access to Coral and don't want to run Maelstrom, which all the silver slots are taken in this deck. We got Old Spear Tip. Great card. Think it's kind of busted. I don't know yet. We'll have to see after they nerf the Harpies. They might be nerfing this guy too. We got Regis Higher Vampire. Look at the top 3 random bronze units from your opponent's deck. Consume 1, boost self by base power of the consume unit, and shuffle others back. So if you see something that's like 14 power and it's a spotter, you're not going to get the full 14 power from it like you used to, but you're still going to take out one of their win condition cards, and he's going to boost himself by, I think they're 4 base power, so he'd be a 10 gold. It's a pretty good card. We got 3 Rakuses. When you play one, you deploy all the others from your deck. So if you have one of this Arrakis Bahamut out, then you eat something with your Van Warrior or the Regis Higher Vampire, he's going to spawn an Arrakis, then these other 3 Arrakis are going to come out of your deck. It's pretty decent tempo swing, and it does thin your deck, which is nice. I mean, it's 9 power, 9 free extra power. And for taking up 3 bronze slots, not too bad. We got 2 Arrakises. We just don't have 3 because we have Monster Nest, so we have options. And so that way we can run Mardrum, because Mardrum is a great card right now. Water Hag. Clear Skies or Lacerate. Lacerate's pretty much the best card because you're facing a weather deck, and if you time your Lacerate correctly, you can wipe out a lot of their field, and they won't get it back, or they won't be able to unicorn it. Then we got Mardrum. Spawn Spores or Mutagen. Spores is usually the best card in this deck for sure. Reset a unit. Decoy, return an ally to your hand, boost by 3 and play it. Talked about what cards are pretty good to decoy. Monster Nest. Spawn a Bronze Necrophage. I wish you could spawn a Brand Warrior with this too, but you can't. Good card. And then we got Frightener. Move your unit to a row to the side, draw a top card from your deck. But that's about it for the deck profile. We'll get into some games next and see how that goes. See you guys there. Alright, searching out game 1. Usually you want like 2 Brand Warriors in your starting hand. So you can set up a Harpy in the top row, start eating things up there. And then when your Arrakis comes out, you can set up a second one in the second row and eat things there. This will make it so your Necker gets boosted up quicker. Since you got 2 trains of things eating it. And also separate them so they can only scorch one of them.
Sons of Nilfgaard!
It looks like we're facing John Kvelt. They usually run the dead cows, which you can eat them with this deck, which is pretty nice, but it's also a problem because they can wipe out our whole row of Arrakis. We're going to get rid of one of these Neckers first, and now this Arrakis, just so we don't see any more of them. Then next, or a Grand Warrior, because you really only need 2 in your starting hand. Well, this is why it's good that we got the Monster's Nest, because now we can spawn an Arrakis. I think I am going to lock that card right away, because we do have a decoy, and I don't want to deal with him spawning a bunch of those 5 power cards.
I forgive you. This time.
Then we can always decoy cow too.
Greetings. What is it?
You basically decoy the dead cow and throw it back at him. And he's going to take the damage. So here we're going to Necrophage. We're going to spawn an Arrakis Bahamut for sure. Then we're going to eat this guy with a Varan Warrior.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Oh, he's letting us both draw 2 cards. There's a Necker. Please no Arrakis. Thank you. Well, we didn't get an Arrakis, so that's a good thing. Now we're going to eat the top card. Just spawn out more of these. Before he makes us draw more cards, because then we might draw into these Arrakises. Usually letting a consume deck draw cards is not the greatest of things to do. I mean, unless you get them to draw their Arrakises, that kind of hurts them.
Off to the front yet again.
Alright, that has 1 turn before it's going to eat again, so we're going to spawn a Harpy up here. And then we're going to try to play a Varan Warrior down here. But they do run the cow, so we can wipe out this whole row. So I gotta hold on to this decoy. And if we need to, we can use our leader ability to eat 1 too. That'll take care of 2 of them. So we don't really have a way to take care of the 3rd one is the problem.
Is inevitable, merely a matter of time.
Alright, looks like he's searching out a card to put on top of his deck. Oh, we're gonna Start eating this bottom row here. Our neckers are up to 6.
Quite a menial task.
Okay, he's gonna burn away one of those guys, play another.
Sometimes
Oh,
I've
he's
had
gonna double lock our Grand Warriors, I think. Do 1 damage to him. These guys usually don't run Scorch. But we will go with this other play first. And play Old Spear Tip right here. Maybe the top row. Yeah, we'll do it against the top row. Then we'll boost up these 2 cards. And play our decoy if we need to on our Grand Warrior. Alright, he's gonna wake up, yep, do a lot of damage. Actually, if we decoy him, that's not gonna be good because he's gonna lose his power. Might decoy this other Grand Warrior though. Let me see, Geels would be good here because we could get an Igni, and even the Bat's not too bad, so we're gonna go with Geels. If we get an Igni, we're gonna burn away that 11 power there. We did get Igni, and hey, our Grave Hag's now our top card of our deck. That's pretty good.
Not your lucky day.
There we go. That takes care of that guy.
There's been a mistake.
I'm
I'm
gonna
no
reveal
mage.
another card.
Off to the
Looks like
front
he's got
yet
another
again.
foot soldier. At this point, we may just play a Necker. I mean, we could pass here and then we'd be at a 2-card advantage. But after all he's committed to this round, I kind of want to win it because he's played 4 golds. And technically 1 silver because he's going to shuffle that Roach back into his deck. Alright, he's running a Siri deck. Alright, then we are going to lacerate, I think. Yeah, it's a 9 damage lacerate. That's not too bad at this point, just because I don't want to spend this other stuff in my hand. And I mean, if he makes me, I can leader ability and eat up some stuff. We are remaining ahead, and he did go first, so we won't lose anything if we win this round. Because then we can dry pass the next round. Oh, he went with his lacerate. Alright, we'll do leader ability now. And we're going to eat our Grand Warrior for sure. So he can't be ignited or anything. And should we eat the Necker? I think we're just going to eat the Necker too to guarantee this round. Pretty much. It's going to put us at 88. It's 21 power ahead of him.
The common folk. I care for them.
Oh, he's going to lock our Necker, alright. Well, we are still in the lead. And at this point, I can decoy my Grand Warrior since he's injured, and I'll put him back down on this row where he can eat more stuff. And we are going to hold on to this last Necker because he's a 10 power right now.
Tell me what you got.
Alright, he's getting Tremors. Not a problem at all. We're still ahead, and we're going to remain ahead. We're going to play our eggs. He has 1 card left. Nope, he's going to pass it. This is going to let us get a decent amount of stuff in our graveyard for the final round. For our Grave Hag. And we're going to just dry pass here unless we draw into our Frightener too. So that way we have final say in the last round. For our Grave Hag. Mardrome, not too helpful against this type of deck. We'll throw that back, see what we get. We got a Seleno Harpy, alright. Well, we'll pass.
Yes.
We can play an Infantryman, alright. That's fine. As long as we have final say in the last round, so we can play our Grave Hag last. Did get an Arrakis Behemoth, but we don't have anything to eat anything with. I mean, except for Grave Hag, so we'll throw that back. Okay, cool. We got a Brand Warrior. Looks like he drew into the last one of those. That's why I'm pretty glad we locked those round one. Because now... Oh, he has a Scorch. Alright, we'll see. Well, since his last card is Scorch, actually, we'll play our Grave Hag now. Then all he's going to be able to Scorch away is his 10 power. Yep. And that'll give us the win. We still had our backup Grand Warrior and Necker in our hand. 25 power Grave Hag. Looking good. But that's game one. We'll see if game two goes just as well. Alright, looking up game two. The last game went pretty well. He did draw his Scorch late, which kind of really sucks for him because he could have Scorched away our Grand Warrior. That might not have been good for us, I don't know. We were pretty far ahead even if he did that.
Humans have no place in Broccolon.
Blah. The guy's name is Blah with 2 dots. It looks like he's running Dwarf boosting, so we are going to need Igni for sure. Yep. Mardrome, going to hold on to that. Arrakis, get rid of him. We have no Grand Warrior, that really sucks. Get rid of the decoy. Which gold do I want to be able to top deck if I need? Old Spear Tip, so we'll send him back. No Grand Warrior. No! And no Selena Harpy. Oh god. Well. It's gonna be a rough one. We're gonna Arrakis Bahamut to start with. Now we're gonna Monster Nest out another one. That is guaranteed.
Now we must stick together.
Alright. We also got 2 Neckers in our hands, that sucks. Arrakis Behemoth.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy
And we're
the
gonna
weather while we still
consume,
can.
though it's probably gonna be too late to grab his... Oh no, he got another one.
Have strength.
I just don't want him to grab his resistance unit. Okay, he got a potion. Now we are going to Regis Higher Vampire. And we are going to eat... I don't know if I want to eat this moving unit. Or this other... We'll eat the other resistance unit, I think. Well, actually, that's going to give him less power. We're going to eat this moving unit because we need to win round 1. So, it's going to give him 4 less power than if we ate the other one. The extra resistance units don't matter as much.
Wanna whip my axe?
Alright, we are going to Spear Tip here.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Yep, force out our Spear Tip on his back row. He can give us another power boost.
Always willing, pal.
Oh, he's gonna move them around. Did it too soon. Alright, well hopefully he ends up playing something else on that back row, because we just screwed up. We're gonna play out a Necker. Just so we can eat some things, and then this Necker. We have a Lock, we have a Mardrome, and we have Igni.
Humans have no place.
So we can
in
lock one of his
Broccolon.
resistance units, Igni another one, and reset another one.
Have strength, my love.
Alright. He can rally here. It's probably going to be his other resistance unit.
Wanna
Yep.
whip my axe?
Now, we are going to consume what we can because we don't have much choice here. We're going to eat 2 spiderlings, spawn some more. Not draw a Ran Warrior or a Harpy. That really is problematic. And we'll eat our Necker Warrior last. That'll spawn out another one. 7 power. 12 points ahead. He did use his leader ability already. Don't want to Igni yet because he's going to boost them up more.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Alright, is he going to Chron? He's going to Chronex, okay. Well, at least he didn't get a boost. Alright, we're not going to Igni yet. Grave Hag. We'll play our other Necker. That's our last Necker. We really need to win this round. Pretty much we're going to start locking his units now and everything. Hey, looks like he's going to search out a spell. Oh, okay, there we go. Good point to Igni. Now we're going to Igni away that 17 power resistance unit. Gonna put us pretty far in the lead. Then we might... I'm debating on Mardrooming or Sporing. Yeah, I'll Spore this 11 power. Then lock his 9. Alright, looks like he's gonna give us this round. Gonna have a 9 and a 3 carryover. Not too bad. We're gonna be able to draw Frightener. I do not want to give that to him because he's probably gonna throw the 5 power card over that lets him play 2 spells from his deck. And one of them is gonna be the thing that gives him resistance. Got a Ran Warrior, that's pretty good. But we are gonna dry pass here. So we have final say. For sure.
Nigh
Yep.
is the time of the white
2
frost
units
and
resistance.
white light.
It's gonna give... It's only 12 carryover, that's not bad. We can deal with that. We got a Ran Warrior and our Harpy in our hand. He has no way to shut them down. And we got the Grave Hag. With decent amount of stuff in here. I mean, 5 of them are gold, so it's really only a 17 power. We will keep this hand. We got 2 Selenial Harpies. Ran Warrior. They don't run Scorch or anything in this deck.
And I'm not about to start.
Alright. I'm gonna play the Selenial Harpy. Pretty certain we got this round now. Gonna start eating things now with our Grand Warrior.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
Alright, he had no more of those dwarfs left in his deck. I'm gonna play a second Selenial Harpy up here so he eats more. Okay, Horn. What is his last card, I wonder? Well, it's not a reactive card, they don't run those. And even if he locks it, we can't unlock it. We're gonna Grave Hag now.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, it's an Igni though. Alright. Let's see, how close is this gonna put us? 33? Alright, we got this. We're gonna lock in half this one by its power. Then we're gonna Spores this other 10 power card. And that's gonna give us the win. Pretty much dwarf boosting, you just gotta win round 1. Doesn't matter what you use, you gotta win round 1. so we can win the game. Alright, game 2 went pretty well. I love beating dwarf boosting because I find them really annoying. But let's see you guys in the next game. Till then. Alright, last round. Last game against dwarf boosting. I'm surprised we were able to win it with no Slain Harpy or Grand Warriors. They're pretty much necessary in the starting hand. But we did get lucky and get Spores, our lock unit, and Igni. So we had ways to deal with all this boosting stuff.
Of course, friend.
Oh, is this the new discard deck?
The gate must be secure.
Most likely. Do we have Monster Nest? No. Got Frightener though. Throw back these 2 Araxes. Start. Mardrum's not going to help us much because they don't boost things. We don't have Grand Warrior again. Come on. Double Neckers too. Alright. Start off by playing an Arrakis Behemoth. Find out what type of deck this is. Yep, it's the warship deck. Alright, we're gonna lock that warship. They really count on their warships to win the rounds. Alright, that's another warship. We are gonna decoy our lock unit, lock the next one. I mean, if he has 3 of them.
Calm yourself.
Okay, no, he's gonna use his lock unit to unlock 1. What did he steal from us? Grand Warrior. Ah! I mean, depending, we could lacerate. Too soon to lacerate. We're just gonna consume something. Priestess of Freya might be really good to consume. Yeah, you can get rid of that Freya. Get that out of our way.
You wanna pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Alright, now we're gonna lacerate and force him to Priestess of Freya one of these ships if he wants to use them. That'll take care of 2 of his Priestess of Freya. Alright. Looks like he's doing that first. Through back. His Orchard. Alright, yeah. Normal play of what you should do. We are gonna play our Frightener right here. Move this over. Draw a card. Not a Grand Warrior. Wow, he passed there. Okay. Well, that works out for us. Taking round 1 against this deck's pretty good. We are gonna play... Yeah, we'll get our Necker out there. I mean, he'll come back anyway. Then we'll pass. He's gonna need
No surprises.
1 more card. Another Behemoth. Oh, but did he put his Skirmisher in there? Alright, we're gonna... Mardrum might be a good card here. Just to get rid of that. We're gonna throw the Necker back. So we're gonna spawn out another one. Igni. Man, game, you really do not want me to have my Grand Warrior. I'm gonna play an Arrakis Behemoth.
Let's not get in the way of me axe.
Alright, there's a Skirmisher. Then we're gonna play our Harpy. Get them eggs out.
is it?
Oh, he's gonna discard something to get rid of.
That's it. Good.
Okay.
Just careful there.
Well, there we go. That wastes off that revive. But little does he know all we got is 3 cards to eat. Because we can get a Grand Warrior somehow. Leader ability, eat 2 of the eggs.
Secure.
Then our Necker. We want to try to force him out to use his revive cards this round. So that way, he has no way to revive anything the next round.
He is here.
It's boring just stopping
Alright, he's
here.
gonna spy. Now, if ran in now, old spear tip is good. Definitely good on this top row.
That might even be amusing.
Are you gonna coral that row? That's not that big of a deal. That waste off. That card's last revive. Now we're pretty far ahead. I think I might Mordrome his Oak Guard. Spawn a bronze necrophage. Well, there's nothing to Igni. If we pass here, he is going to bring this guy back. But he is going to have to waste off cards. We're going to pass here.
Not you again.
Alright, Blood Curdling Roar. Thankfully, got rid of that thing's last revive. Hopefully we draw into a Grave Hag or something.
Told you it'd be worth it.
Alright, we have final say, so if he has any more of these pirate captains, we have a Mardrome to answer to that. I think I'm going to throw back this monster nest.
I'm in no mood for jests.
Hey, it's our Grand Warrior. Nice to see you, buddy. Alright, monster nest, give us a harpy. Yes! Yes!
Gods protect us.
Yes! We are saved. Alright, we'll set up the harpy. Don't know if he's going to give us a chance to Igni anything. He might. We need to set up our Grand Warrior. Start eating these eggs. I mean, all we need is for him to play his other pirate captain
It'd be worth it.
in the other row. That's 19. That's 1 off in Igni. We're going to Spores here. Oh, he forfeited. Wow. Okay. I think he still could have won it. That Spores wasn't going to be enough. Huh. Alright, well, that's game number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Till then, later.